morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody! Welcome to another episode of the Cameron Woolley Show. Across from me is Ming Chen.
What's up, everybody?
And I'm Cameron Woolley. Man, I have not heard you that fired up ever. Man.
I'm happy, but with a couple asterisks and some conditions. But, ladies and gentlemen, I was waiting for you to be like, and play ball, but.
Oh no, I'm not messing up. I'm not messing
love
up
it.
the intro. No.
Oh, so what's the big
no.
news of the week?
Oh
Cameron.
God, if you listen to my show
Yes.
and you also happen to live under a rock,
Yes.
I guess I kind of have to tell you, baseball is back.
It is.
On the 4th week of June. God said, "Let there be baseball."
Right. Although I guess it'll be the 4th week in July by the time we get it.
No, I'm talking like when it was announced.
Right.
There would be
But
baseball.
I'm not gonna jump up and down until I see that first pitch.
Dude, it's happening. Okay, it's happening, dude. It's happening.
It's a weird time, my friend. Nothing's a done deal until.
Dude, let me be optimistic.
All right, let's be optimistic.
I'm rarely optimistic.
All right, okay, all right. I'll give you your
Let me
optimism.
Be optimistic.
I will let you be optimistic.
Let me get my heart broken, okay? Just let me get my heart broken.
Yes. All right. So baseball's back. They didn't really come to an agreement per se. It was more
the owners kind of twisted their arms and said, "You're going to sign this deal. You're going to sign this deal," and then the Players Association was like, "All right."
No, we're not. And then the commissioner's like, "Well, we're going to play. So we're going to play. You get your prorated salary. We're going to 60 games." He basically threw down the gauntlet and
he was like, "Yeah, man,
we're playing."
Yeah, man, we're playing.
Yeah. Now, I'm trying to figure out why he didn't do this like a month ago.
Why he didn't do this a month ago? Yeah. I don't get it. We'd be playing baseball by now. I'd be overreacting about a bad start by Garrett Cole at this point.
Garrett Cole has no bad starts. Although, I mean, you look back at last year's World Series, but hey, you could.
Yeah.
They weren't even that bad, but for him, they were bad. It's all relative. It's all relative. So
was also going Steven Strasburg and Max Scherzer and Patrick Corbin.
Yeah.
That's
I'll try to be optimistic as well. But of course, the cynic in me was like, "Why didn't they do this a month ago?
Yeah.
What kept you so long?" I guess they kind of had some kind of arbitrary clock. I don't know.
Look at you being cynical.
I am because.
Well.
Because who does this hurt? Us, the fans, the people who've invested years and money and time and passion into this beautiful, messed up game of baseball that we love.
Well. How the turntables.
I know. But coming back, so correct anything I might be wrong. 60 games, universal DH.
Yep, universal DH.
Trade deadline on August 31st.
Wow, okay.
No expanded playoffs. There's still 10 teams. What am I missing here?
It starts on July 23rd.
Starts July 23rd or 24th. I love how they're like, what do you wait? Just can you just set a date?
Yeah, just
summer training?
Yeah,
is that what we're calling?
Yeah, summer training will start in around a week.
July 1st, week from today.
Yeah, week
Players
from today, July 1st.
Report to their respective
The day
camps.
where I was supposed to be ranting about the Devils not signing anyone in free agency.
Yeah.
That's the day
for
that.
Yeah. Well, now at least we got some good news on that day.
Yeah.
Yeah. And controversial move here. I don't know if this has actually been approved yet. I think it has. In order, so no one gets worn out over extra innings, they're gonna do the man on second rule.
Don't even get me started.
Which is akin to me to the shootout.
Don't get me
right?
started on that. Yeah, it's like the shit. Just don't get me started on that damn rule. I swear to, like, the MLB, I tweeted this out.
It's a crap rule.
I tweeted this out last night. I said that the MLB needs to make a pitchers union.
Yes.
Because the amount of rule changes that they're making are so ridiculously anti-pitcher. Right. And they're being so neglected, and they're being so, like, they're just being put in the past because You're just like, oh, no, bombs make money. We're going to juice the balls. We're going to inflate your stats. We're going to make you less money.
Sure.
Which I don't like. If I were a pitcher, I'd be very pissed off at that.
Right. Basically, if you're putting a man in second, one hit wins the game.
Yeah,
one
hit
bad
wins the
play
game. Yeah.
wins the game.
An error, a
Yes.
hanging slider.
Pass ball.
Pass ball, maybe in some
situations.
Pass ball, Gary Sanchez. Yeah, that scores the run.
Yeah. It's a crap rule. I
don't like it.
I don't like it
We
either.
want to speed up the game.
I don't like it either.
You're trying to get people who hate baseball to watch baseball.
Right.
You're trying to pander to a casual audience when baseball has become a very diehard cult sport. Like, think about it. There's not a lot of people getting into the MLB. There's not a lot of people getting into it.
Yeah,
There's not a lot of people getting into it on their own.
No one's
with me.
Nobody's getting into it this year. Nobody's gonna automatically all of a sudden become a baseball fan this year.
Yeah, like I'm
Let's
talking
make
about
it-
ever. Nobody's
Right.
gonna become a baseball fan because every single time there's a baseball post on ESPN or Fox Sports or whatever non-MLB Universal Sports studio.
Right.
Whenever they post about baseball, all I see are a bunch of bronzexuals who are like, the baseball's boring. Baseball's boring. I have 200 wins on Fortnite.
Yeah.
No, because those are the same kids.
Right.
They're like 14.
All
they do is play Fortnite.
No one's all been good.
Whenever they try to pick up chicks at a party, they're like,
Hey.
I've got 200 wins on Fortnite. Let's say we take this into the woods.
Yeah, right. You want to see my axe? Like, you want to see my parachute? Oh God, so bad, so bad. So the run on for I guess that's a done deal. It seems like.
Yeah,
so,
baseball's coming back.
Is it too late to take it back? I mean,
yeah, it is too late to take it back. Come on.
would you rather see that or the home run derby? just finish it off with a home run derby.
I
just pick your two best batters of the game, wherever you want.
If they want to go for being entertaining and not having the game last forever, instead of making a deliberately, well, it's not deliberate, but instead of making a rule that's so ridiculously anti-pitcher.
Right.
And again, if I were a pitcher, I would be seething at this.
I'd be livid. Yes.
I'd be. Like, imagine a reliever coming into the game in the 10th inning.
Mm-hmm.
All it takes is a bloop single.
Yes, bam, and you got the loss.
We saw what happened.
You get a loss.
We saw what happened. We saw what happened in the 0-1 World Series.
Yeah.
Well, there was a runner on third there, but even if there was just a runner on second, that would win the game. All it takes is a bloop single.
And that's a loss.
That is all it takes is just the bloop.
Bam, you have you have a notch in your loss column. That sucks.
Yeah.
That's awful.
It makes you look like shit. It makes the fans on social media tear you apart, which can be horrible for your confidence.
I have so many questions. Does it count as an earned run? I guess, right? But you didn't put the runner on second. How does this count in the stats?
I don't know.
This is crap. This could ruin if you have an incentive that says if you have less than say a 3.0 ERA and you and you got a broken bat single that scores
an extra innings that scores the winning
run.
run.
And it pushes your ERA to 3.01. I'd be pissed.
Then you lose out on $50,000.
Yeah, I would be pissed. It's crap.
I'm like,
there's got to be a better way.
Yeah, absolutely has to be a better way. I mean, the pitch clock, I don't like it, but I'd rather take that in extra innings over this rule that neglects the most important position on the team.
Right.
That's like that's like the NFL in overtime, starting you in overtime as a quarterback or it's starting like with the defense, since like the NFL is going in a pro offense direction as well. That's like them putting them like at the 20-yard line, kind of like what college football does.
Right.
But instead of it being a shootout, it's you get the touchdown, you win.
Right.
That is the best analogy I can make for it.
Sure. Or you give the offense an extra player.
Yeah.
Even.
Like 12 men on the field
It's
doesn't become a penalty.
It's too much of an advantage. I agree with you.
Does it?
I agree with you.
If
I
I
don't.
were a pitcher, I would take this to Twitter. I would take this to Instagram. I would take this to any platform you
Sure.
could. I would take this to the office of Rob Manfred himself and add to his already impressive and monumental pile of grievances
Right.
from players.
Added to his list of blunders. Like,
Just add a few more, like say 100 complaints to, again, the already, like the skyscrapers of formal grievances that have been made
Sure.
against the office of Major League Baseball.
Yeah. So
Is there...
I guess they approved this though. There's no way to take it back, which stinks. But and yeah, and it's gonna be apparent how much it stinks when it starts changing games. When we just, right, I imagine opening there's got to be one or two, at least one or two extra inning games,
Oh, yeah.
and we're gonna see how bad this is.
Yeah.
Just it's crap.
This is a horrible rule.
It is. It is. So, all right, but whatever. I guess. Yeah. I guess they've approved it. Trade deadline August 31st.
How the
So
hell do you approve
I
that rule? And like, it's not gonna bring basketball fans to baseball. That's what
No.
they're trying to do. They're trying to bring the casual NBA fan to watch Major League Baseball. And when you do that, when you try to pander to a fan base, to a group of people that don't like your product, who
Yeah.
don't like your like, say you don't like, I don't know, just I can't think of any other analogies, but it's kind of like if people who hate McDonald's, this is another example I can use, say people, I'm talking about the fan base, so
Sure.
say someone that really hates McDonald's.
okay.
And a lot of those people exist because, they don't have heads.
Sure.
But
Yeah, man. How can you hate those chicken nuggets, man?
no, but the thing is,
You know,
they'd
it's made
say,
out of pink sludge. But
no,
it's-
they'd say, oh, we don't like your chicken nuggets. They're made out of pink sludge, and there's millions of people who would never set foot in a McDonald's. But then McDonald's would say, okay, we're gonna make them organic, and making the chicken nuggets just taste like absolute shit in the
Right.
process, already angering their consumers and driving some of them away, while the vegans are just not going to go to McDonald's anyway.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
something I see a lot. People try to ponder to haters. Like, I will never, like, if God forbid I do get popular enough and I get haters who tell me, hey, change this about your show, when I know they wouldn't like me anyway, I would just be like, hey, if you don't like the show, I feel free to listen to it. I'd love the ad revenue, but just don't. I'm not going to change my show for something that, I'm not going to change my show because of something you said, and you just end up hating me. Just why the hell do you make a change like that? I
Right.
just can't. I can't fathom it. It's stupid. It is just downright stupid.
All right. I have an
To make a
addendum.
change like that.
An addendum to that rule. The batter who made the final out in the previous inning or pinch runner
Oh God.
is the one who takes second base.
No. So what happens when you? Now that's gonna make a whole lot of other situations where there'll be a guy up in the ninth, and then say you have, like, a guy like Billy Hamilton, who's sitting there, and say, like, you have a guy who can hit well,
Sure.
but has cinder blocks in his shoes.
Right.
Then you'd be like, okay, I'm gonna deliberately sacrifice my team a chance at winning, and just go with the pinch runner as the hitter because he gets the final out of the inning. He'd just be on second in extras.
Yeah.
And I think that's a risk that a lot of managers are going to be willing to take.
Sure.
A lot of risks.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Like, a lot of managers, not a lot of risks.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I've been working for I've been tearing out a bathtub in my house. Like, yeah, this.
Nice manual labor, man.
Yeah, manual labor is my first job. Yep.
Nice. All right. So the teams are going to play their 4 divisional opponents 10 times. That's 40 games, and then the other 20 games will be interleague games in the same geographical area
So
to
AL
mitigate
East,
travel.
AL East versus NL East. So the Yankees are gonna be able to play.
The Mets.
We're gonna be able to play the Mets.
Yeah.
Well, we play the Mets every year.
Sure.
But we're also gonna be able to play the Nats, and the Nats are actually kind of tough.
Yeah,
the
Phillies,
the Braves, Yankees, Braves, dude. I want to see that as a World Series so badly. Like I have friends that are Braves fans, and they're saying the same thing. It's like, dude, a Yankees Braves World Series would be awesome.
Could be fun.
Oh yeah, dude. Aaron Judge, Ronald Acuna, Gleyber Torres,
Freeman, Freddie Freeman.
Ozzy Albies, Freddie Freeman,
Yeah.
Giancarlo Stanton, Garrett Cole, Mike Soroka, Felix Hernandez.
Right.
He's on the Braves
Well, is
now.
Stanton going to be ready even now?
Stanton's gonna be ready. A lot of these players are gonna be ready.
How's Judge in his collapsed lung?
have-
Is he okay?
I haven't read anything on him yet. I'm assuming he'll be ready.
Okay.
Stanton's going to be a guy that's going to be healthy and a 50-50 shot. He'll be out for the season in 2 weeks. So.
Yeah. All right. Hey, but that's like half the season, so that's great. That's awesome. Yeah. Universal DH.
Universal DH.
How do you feel about this?
I don't like it. I'm personally pro DH. I think the DH is a better way
I
to play
agree.
baseball. I mean, I've been like the pitcher is an automatic out, but it makes watching National League games kind of fun.
Sure.
It's a trend I've been seeing since interleague became a thing. Was that they're trying to turn the American League and National League. They're trying to turn them from separate leagues with separate rules into conferences.
Sure.
You may as well just rename it to the ABC and the NBC. You know what I mean? The American Baseball
Okay.
Conference, the National
Right.
Baseball Conference, because there's honestly no difference. And in the National League, that created a very pitcher-friendly landscape because you get a free out every single time you go through the lineup.
Yep.
So that's good. That's going to boost your ERA. It's going to make you money.
Sure.
But in the American League, it's a more offense oriented area. Meanwhile, the universal DH is going to extend so many careers. It is going to.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like there are going to be guys on NL rosters who were previously used as pinch hitters for the pitcher, who would be able to have permanent lineup spots and be important cogs in
Yep.
certain machines.
I agree.
Like with a very good example is Kyle Schwarber on the Cubs. He's their left fielder when he's not really known for his fielding, and he could just slot up as a DH when the Cubs could. And I think they signed Nick Castellanos is on the Reds now. I think. Yeah, or you could, and then you could have another guy take up left field. Like I can't really name a lot of guys. Like the Cubs are such a tough team. They get a rebuild.
Oh yeah, they're yeah.
They are like sure they have Chris Bryant, who is a stud. Anthony Rizzo, he's a stud. Javier Baez, a stud. That infield is fantastic. Their starting rotation, I don't know what the hell it is. I swear to God, it's like they're switching out a bunch of guys, and their bullpen. One day it's good, next day it sucks.
Right.
You signed Craig Kimbrell, who ended up sucking.
Yeah. You know.
Yeah, just.
Yeah. Let's see. Trade deadline August 31st. Season ends September 27th. So that's
Okay.
less than a month.
Oh. Less than a month
Should
after
be
the trade deadline. Huh.
Interesting. Should be interesting. Let's see. So rosters start at 30 men for the first 2 weeks, then go down to 28 the next 2
Okay.
weeks, and then goes down to 26 for the remainder of the season.
Okay. That could. I'm kind of neutral on that.
Well, I don't know if that affects the Yankees so
Like,
much.
that doesn't affect the Yankees because they're just gonna be like, great, we can bring up Mike Ford and Clint Frazier.
Sure, you guys are stacked already.
We can bring
though.
up Mike
It's not-
Ford, Clint Frazier, Tyro Estrada, and Tyler Wade. It's like great.
I'd give them a look, but I think for the Orioles, where like they got all these crazy prospects that are unproven. Get to throw them
All
out there
the-
for a couple weeks.
throw them out there for a couple weeks. You know, they're severely undercooked. They're
Very.
very pink in the middle. Very pink in
Oh,
the middle.
they're glaring red in the middle, or green, if you will. Yeah. So that
Already frozen.
could be interesting.
Notice they might pull a. They might treat Atlee Rutschman like he's David Clyde.
Yeah, right.
And bring him up. And just bring him up to the big leagues
Yeah.
already and severely stunt his development and then just waste him.
Or not. It's like, hey, we're gonna play in a 60-game season. Go out there, have fun.
Yeah.
Go have fun.
Yeah. If you end up getting on a hot streak, guess what? You're probably making the playoffs. Congrats.
Go have fun. Your service time clock is running, I guess, and yeah, go have fun. You'll play good and you'll make money in a few years.
Go get some at bats. You know.
Yeah. 10-day IL, DL, whatever you want to call it,
is being abolished for the COVID-19 injured list.
And the
with no minimum or maximum length of time spent on it. That is what they should do all the time.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I swear there'll be a guy who'll have to sit out for a couple days. They have to put him on the 10-day IL.
Right.
And next thing you know, he could be ready in 3 days. And next thing you know, you get on a big skid where that player who was healthy but he's out for another few days could have helped you veer your way out of that skid. So that's what they should do all the time. If I'm being completely honest, they should just do away with the DL, IL, whatever the hell it is, and just make it just how much time you're going to be injured. They should just, not a universal timetable, make it just whatever timetable they're given.
Right. Let's see. 60-day IL is being reduced to 45 days. That's good, I guess.
Yeah, I mean,
And then I guess there was a transaction freeze ever since they suspended the season, ends on Friday at noon. So we may see some. I don't know if we're gonna see many trades or not.
Maybe a mega deal in there. Maybe I don't know. I heard Nolan Arenado is kind of pissed at the Rockies, but there's always a player that's kind of pissed off at their team and ends up staying.
Right.
Like then, Chris Bryant, I heard some rumors about that.
Yeah. So other than that, safety precautions, testing every other day. The team personnel and players not likely to participate in the game, such as the starting pitcher for the next day, will be sitting in the stands or another area designated by the club, at least 6 feet apart. Non-playing personnel will wear masks in the dugout and the bullpen at all times. No spitting or chewing tobacco.
Man, that is okay. No chewing tobacco. That's kind of been outlawed for I don't know, a couple decades now.
Gum is permitted, and this could be big. No celebratory contact. So no high fives, no fist bumps, no hugs.
That is heresy.
No Gatorade showers.
That is heresy.
No sunflower seed showers. No pie in the face. No mobbing at home plate after a walk-off.
No chocolate syrup.
No chocolate syrup. No, I don't know which other ones I'm forgetting. And I guess this means no post-game celebratory handshake, special handshakes.
Oh yeah, that is just that is egregious.
No hot foots. No, I'm just trying to think of all just everything that, I mean, we'll see how long that holds up. No high fives.
Yeah, that is preposterous.
No high fives. So I just hit
terrible.
I just hit a home run. Not a walk, just a home run. I'm rounding third. I can't high five.
Can't high five the third
base coach. Come on.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
If you tested negative, if you're not showing any symptoms,
right.
If you don't have the damn bug, you should be able to dab whoever you want up.
Yeah. And then I guess what they don't really mention here, but we all know, there's no fans in the stands, which is going to be weird. I didn't read
maybe
though.
They might let him in come October for the playoffs.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's when a lot of states are going to be able to. It'll be legal for people to gather at areas, at least to some capacity.
Yeah.
And honestly, I'm kind of against the whole no fans thing because if you're allowing
fans of the 10th player, man.
If you're allowing people to go out in the streets and march and topple statues. You should be able to. I should be allowed to go to Yankee Stadium.
I don't disagree with you,
No,
but initially at least,
initially, like I can get it.
yeah, they got to keep.
Like I initially got it.
They got to keep.
No,
They got to keep it. They got to
I'm
keep
not
it
getting
safe.
into this. I'm not in the mood to get canceled. I'm not in the mood to get canceled.
No,
I know somewhere down the line I'm gonna end up. I know somewhere down the line I'm gonna end up getting canceled.
I get it. You know what? I'm only complaining because I'm a sports fan. This is what we do.
I'm complaining because I'm a sports fan.
Listen, we complain if one of our players doesn't tack up on third when he should have.
We complain about so many things.
Right.
That is the forte of the Cameron Woolley Show, complaining.
Yeah.
We complain. I vent. I yell. I rant.
Yes.
It's the name of the game.
Yeah. So
complaining.
what I don't see here is
my favorite baseball team won 100 games last year.
Yes.
I still complain about them.
Right.
With the Giants and Devils, I actually have a lot of reasons to complain about them.
Of course.
Also, by the way, NHL draft lottery on Friday night.
Oh,
got one. I swear to God.
Ping pong balls?
If the Devils end up getting the first overall pick for the third time in 4 years, I'm not even going to react. I'm just going to be like, really, man? It's like, we don't deserve this. We don't deserve. Like, it's with the Oilers. Remember how pissed off we got when the Oilers won every single draft lottery?
I know you say that, and but I'm betting they do win the draft lottery.
Yeah, they're
probably gonna win.
I mean, Taylor Hall's off the team, but
yeah,
and who knows? It might be some sort of magic.
Yeah,
might be something with Kyle Palmieri. Who knows?
So safety protocols. We didn't see the thing where they're not allowed to leave their hotel rooms, like all that. I didn't see any of that written down
there
here.
was no way they were agreeing to that.
Right. But with that in mind, the percentage-wise, you got 30, at least beginning, 30 players on each team.
Yep.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah.
There's going to be
a lot of social distancing.
There's going to be some of these people catching it, whether it be personnel,
people are gonna
players.
Yeah, people are gonna catch it.
And it's already happened. I think they said 40 personnel or players they didn't specify have tested positive over the past week. It's going to happen. And then then what?
They're going to have to deal with it,
Yeah. But I guess they're committed unless what if it takes out a whole team or half the team? What if Cole, Tanaka, Judge,
we'll bring up some random schmucks
and Brett Gardner.
That's nothing. That's nothing, please.
Torres. What if they all get it?
That's a flesh wound, okay?
Yeah, must be nice. Wound. Must be nice.
It's a flesh wound.
Sure.
I've seen this team. I remember last year, the entire goddamn starting roster went down twice.
Good point.
We had our starting roster, we had our backup roster, completely just mutilated.
That's a good point.
Because our medical team sucks.
Right.
And we still ended up winning like 30 out of 40 games in April, May. That was one of the most magical experiences as a sports fan I've ever experienced.
All right, fair enough. So it says here, 7 players and 5 staff members from the Phillies were tested positive. This doesn't say. This just says organization, so I don't know if this counts minors. I assume so. 7 players out of the major league roster would be a lot. 3 Rockies players, and so this is going to be. It's going to be tough, especially if you're not really monitoring where these guys come and go.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Probably, it's gonna be tough.
People should be able to go out at their own risk. Like you're aware of the risk you're taking. These people are healthy enough to the point where, it's not really gonna kill you.
Right.
It's not gonna kill you. It's not even really bad. It's not that bad for people like them who take vitamin C and
sure.
Whatever.
As far as we know.
I don't know, dude. Those Flintstones vitamins, they're coming in handy.
Oh yeah, that Dino one, man. Yeah, that's
if they eat if they eat their Flintstones vitamins. Yeah.
Yeah. So with that in mind, 60 games. That's 30% of the regular season. It's not a lot. It's not a lot. A lot of weird things can happen. ESPN has theoretically speculated, hey, how many wins do you need to reach the playoffs? Could there be a 400 hitter?
A 400 hitter? That could be interesting.
It could be.
That could
Someone goes on a tear.
Yeah. Yeah, who knows?
Yeah. And, geez, how many wins to reach the playoffs?
Probably
You would need
30 something. 30 something.
30, yeah, about 30, 30,
Like, 30 something.
high
I guess.
30s to reach the playoffs.
Okay. Even the best of the best are going to finish like 38 and 22.
Right. I am trying to see through. So I pulled up the Yankees here. This is courtesy of Baseball Reference. Through 60 games, the Yankees were 38 and 22. It's pretty good.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's pretty good. However, the eventual World Series champions, the Washington Nationals,
We're out of the race.
do you remember what their record? Can you even guess what their record
It
was
was,
after 60 games?
20 something, 30 something.
Very good. 27 and 33.
Wow.
If this was 2020, they probably wouldn't even be stiff in the playoffs.
Yeah, they wouldn't
Some
be sniffing the
teams
playoffs.
are slow starters. Some teams make good moves in the beginning.
The A's are not going to go anywhere because, they don't turn it up until, like 100 games in.
Sure.
It always happens with the A's. Like, you know how it goes.
Sure. I do. But with that in mind, every game counts.
Yeah, every game counts, man.
Game counts.
I don't want to hear shit.
There are
from
no
the Yankee
throwaway
fan
games
base.
here.
If they lose the opening series, they start like 2-5. They're gonna say, there's plenty of ball games.
2-5. That's
There's
7
plenty
games.
of baseball
That's
left.
over 10% of the season.
Yeah, I'm sitting there and I'm like, dude, shut up.
Yeah.
It happened with the Devils. When they started 0-6,
Yep.
people were like, it's just a few games.
Right.
They're good.
Yeah, all right. They got it out of their system, and it cost them the playoffs.
Yeah, man.
We didn't know it at the time. Cost them the playoffs. So every game counts. Every inning counts. Every hit counts. Every run. Every stolen base. Every error. Everything counts in a 60-game season.
Yep.
So with that in mind, that's going to change managing styles.
Oh,
You
yeah.
want to put your best out there.
Yeah,
to
absolutely.
win at all
There's gonna
costs.
be no rest days. Doubt there are going to be a lot of rest
I
days.
didn't even see that. Yeah, there's not.
I doubt
There's
it.
no time for off
Highly
days.
doubt it.
And there's no All-Star break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about
But yeah,
managers resting players. They're saying, yeah, we're going to give you the day off.
Right. No. But this could change.
The closest thing to an off day for any Yankee player is them DHing.
Sure.
The closest thing that any player is going to be DHing.
Right.
For an off day. Because, listen, man, you're slugging 530.
Yeah.
You've got an OPS of 900. We're keeping you out here. We're keeping you out here. You're DHing. We're gonna have so and so take over second.
Yeah. But this will change bullpen management a lot.
Absolutely.
I think.
Aaron Boone's not gonna be having any throwaway games. He's not gonna have a lot of games where press conference will be like, well, we want to take a look at what he had and we want to see his stuff and it just didn't end up working out.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But
that's not a bad Aaron Boone.
That was good. That's good.
Well, we want to see what Jonathan had.
Yeah.
Jonathan Holder.
But you're up by a run in the 7th.
Yeah.
And your best reliever, it's been pitching. It's been used a couple times. But your next best option, not doing so hot.
Is Luis Sessa.
It's Luis Sessa.
Okay, but the sabermetric geeks, they love Luis Sessa. I see this account on Instagram. Great dude. I love him. His @ is MYY Diamond. Yankees Big 3, his other account. He's a great Yankee content creator on Instagram and social media. But he's a bit of a geek on sabermetrics.
Yeah.
So I ended up getting into an argument with him where he unironically said that Luis Sessa is better than Zach Britton.
No.
He said he'd rather have Luis Sessa up in a 1-run game in the 8th inning of a playoff game
No.
than Zach Britton. It's like, dude, come on.
That's insanity.
But his FIP. Like, so,
But his
but his
fi-
XFIP
we are
is.
not. No,
But his
no,
XFIP
no,
is. Blah,
no.
blah. I don't care what
I
his
don't care either.
expected. I don't care what his expected FIP is. I don't care what his FIP is. I don't care what his expected anything is.
Right.
If he's putting up runs, or he's not putting up runs,
Yeah.
I don't care.
The
Like Zach Britton's FIP is going to be horrible anyway because that's fielding independent pitching.
Yep.
Like it caters to strikeout guys. Zach Britton
Sure.
is a ground ball pitcher.
Yes.
He pitches to contact. His
Right.
sinker is tailor made
For ground balls and double plays.
For ground balls
Yep.
and double plays.
Mhm.
Yeah. Sabermetrics aren't gonna like that because pitch to contact, it's kind of it's a dying breed and kind of for a good reason. The balls are juiced. Players are still kind of juiced.
Yeah.
Players are jacked. They're home runs, like, the moment they hit something off the end of the bat, it could end up 400 feet. It could end up in the Allegheny. It could end up in McCovey Cove. You could end up halfway up the bleachers.
Yeah.
It could end up in the Monster. Yeah, it's just like when pokes like that are starting to become threats.
Right.
It's kind of I get why pitch to contact is a dying breed, but when you're good at it, when you force ground balls, it's
Yeah. I mean,
one of the safest avenues.
I mean, you do have to depend on the defense behind you, but that's what they're there for.
It gets routine ground balls. And when you have an infield of Gio Urshela, Gleyber Torres, and DJ LeMahieu, then those aren't gonna be getting by the dirt a lot.
Yeah.
That's not gonna see any grass.
Right. The experts here are speculating high 30s to low 40s wins to make the playoffs.
Okay, that's gonna be to win the division, not to make the playoffs. Low to mid 30s.
Low to
gonna
mid
be enough to
30s.
make the playoffs. That is my theory.
Okay.
To low 40s, you'd have to be like 42 and 18. If that's the minimum. That's the minimum.
There are a
for
couple
making the
teams that will be
playoffs.
whipping that off. The Dodgers and the Yankees. I'm
Yeah,
thinking.
the Dodgers are gonna whoop so much ass.
But we see how they. Hey, I don't. Who cares about the regular season though?
The
How are
postseason.
they great in the postseason? Not so great.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then 400 average. Only one player has hit over 400 in the first
Ted Williams.
the first 60 games of a season since 2000.
Yeah.
That's Larry Chipper Jones. Everybody.
Chipper Jones.
Larry
Wow,
Chipper
I thought
Jones
it
hit
was-
408 in 2008 throughout the first 60
I
games.
thought it was gonna be someone like Tony Gwynn. That I'm like,
Yeah,
oh,
you.
wait,
Yeah. And but they said since 2000. So
yeah, like Tony Gwynn, he was.
in the past 10 years, the highest average was Cody Bellinger at 376.
Oh yeah, Dude, Bellinger. He's an animal. That guy. God, if shit.
Yeah, and they've also asked over a 60 game stretch who's going to hit the most home runs, and what number will that be? They
Think
are
over-
speculating 20 home runs over that stretch will probably lead the league in 60 games.
20 something, yeah, 20 something home runs. I remember Gary Sanchez and Edwin Encarnacion were actually leading the AL in home runs around like.
Yeah,
June.
but they're only going to play the Orioles 10 times, so. I'm just saying.
Encarnacion's
Just
on
saying.
the White Sox, but.
I'm just saying.
But yeah, I mean, hey, playing the Orioles 10 times, that's.
Man, it could be 10 home. That could be half the total right there. Seems like
Yeah,
Sanchez hit one every game.
Yeah, man. I don't know what it is. Gary Sanchez and Gleyber Torres, man, they make their contracts are going to be based off of how much they tattoo the Orioles.
Right.
They made Gary Thorne have a seizure. That was Gleyber Torres, not Gary Sanchez. But Gleyber Torres made Gary Thorne not want to commentate baseball. Do you have any idea how hard of a feat that is?
Right. And they're asking what, if any, Major League season record could be broken in so short a time. That's
Hold on. There's going to be no records are going to be on the record books.
Right.
That's going to be an asterisk.
you're right.
If,
Well,
if
yeah.
it took, if it took,
yeah, the only thing I could
if it
think of.
took a few decades for Roger Maris's 61 home runs, to be recognized as a major league record, then yeah, nothing's going to be recognized here.
Right.
No. Jacob deGrom is probably going to have an ERA south of 1. And they'll probably end up getting the record because Jacob deGrom is Jacob deGrom. And it still won't count. No.
Right.
Absolutely no way is that counting.
Yeah.
And this brings me to another topic that I was actually talking with my dad about this
Okay.
a lot. Whoever wins the World Series, they are going to have an asterisk just branded onto that season.
Oh,
and this is
by
why.
far.
And meanwhile, I'm sitting here, I'm like, well, this is going to be the year the Yankees win it because nobody's going to recognize it. Like, I'll be sitting here just,
So it'll be a warm up for 2021.
yeah, maybe.
And then if they win 2021, you could say back-to-back champions.
If they win 2021,
It's a dynasty. It's a dynasty.
If they win 2020, the MLB fan base is like, man, not legit. It was a 60-game season. You know, not the treatment they'd give the Mets.
Sure.
And
Well, I mean, even you would have to admit that.
oh yeah, I'd absolutely admit that. I'd come on the show. I'd cut the intro down from like 30 seconds
To 25.
to like around 25 or 20 or 15.
Okay.
Yeah, it's. I don't know if I'd take it seriously. I don't know if I'd recognize it.
Right.
Like if I tell my kids stories about the 2020 New York Yankee postseason run, then I'll just tell them it's like, there was a 60-game season. Nobody was in the stands. It was very weird. Nobody recognizes it. I don't really recognize it. It's
Yeah. And yeah, they're asking here. We get to the playoffs, play the playoff games. Is do we expect that, is there going to be a champagne shower in the locker rooms? Will
okay.
will-
if there's a walk-off to win the World Series,
or even a
they're
playoff game to
absolutely-
advance?
They're
You're advancing-
absolutely violating every regulation
Sure. Okay.
that they set up
Right.
because this is their childhood dream,
Sure.
and they're not gonna let.
Still get a ring.
Yeah,
Still
they
get the
a
merchandise.
ring. They might get fined. They might
Fine.
get.
Big deal. I don't.
Yeah,
Fine's
their
the last thing you worry
their
about.
bonuses are gonna cover. Are gonna cover the expense on that fine.
Right.
And then some. 'Cause, those World Series bonuses. Those are probably a lot of money.
That's a good point. It's still in the contract. World Series player. It's yeah.
Yeah.
I guess all the awards will be the same, right?
Yeah, the awards will
Gold
be
Glove,
same. Yeah,
Cy Young,
Gold Glove, Cy Young.
Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, MVP, Silver Slugger.
Sure. Yeah, nothing changes there. They
Manager of the Year, it's going to be.
right.
Although Manager of the Year has just been reduced to, hey, we didn't expect you to make the playoffs, but here you are. Here, have an award and a few $100,000.
Right. So yeah, this is really gonna be. It's gonna be weird, and 60 games. I had some crazy unknown team with unknown players could go on some kind of weird tear.
If the Orioles end up,
They could.
dude,
60 games.
I want that to happen, dude. That would be so cool. You'd be the one being jubilant and.
Oh yes, yes, I absolutely would be.
You'd be like Mad Dog when the Yankees lost to the Sox in 04.
Let's look up the Orioles after 60 games
They were probably
last year. Oh wait,
They were
that's
probably-
the roster.
They were probably dead in the mud.
I gotta.
Stop playing, man. Stop playing.
Find their schedule and scores, but it's probably not that good. Well, that's the thing.
Screen's kind of frozen.
I got two computers going here.
Oh, look at you, Neo.
I know, right?
Wow. Look at you, so fancy. Such a genius.
Yeah. No. The Orioles didn't even win 60 games last year. 154. So, yeah. Not great. So over 60 games, they were 19-41, which is what I expect from them after 60 games this year as well. So
Oh man.
Yeah. Anyways, um, well, this should be good. Hopefully, everyone stays healthy throughout this 3 week spring training,
Please God.
and
Oh my
I
God,
will be
Jim
tuning
Carlo.
in. So if I buy the MLB.com app, I don't have to pay the whole price, right? I just pay I
No,
pay a
you're
third
still
of the
gonna have to
price.
pay the whole
It's
price.
$124 for the. Oh, come on! I
Yeah,
need.
dude, they're bleeding money
True.
right
All right.
now,
I'll use.
dude.
Well, then I'll continue using my bootleg site then.
Yeah, yeah, just use your bootleg
Yeah.
site.
Yeah. BelaSport.net. Everybody. That's a.
Oh, bro, yeah, send me the link to that.
Yeah. I mean, you have to sit through a
Man,
bunch of ads, weird Russian ads and stuff, but.
Russian,
Yeah.
that's
but
culture. It's culture. You get to see into the what it's like, what commercials are like in the land of dictatorships and cube buildings.
yeah. And then jeez, man, I'm just wondering, the Orioles especially last few years, by June, July, it was over already. So they were kind of, I'm sure they didn't play every game as hard as they could, nor I'm sure they didn't play with the same fire they did at the beginning. Now, every potentially every game will count unless they're 10-30 by the 40th game. Although they could go on a 20-game tear and break even, possibly make the playoffs. Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, it's
It's weird.
it's gonna be
It's no
madness.
slacking off. It's no slacking off. The other thing I'm worried about is injuries.
Oh God.
Will they increase? Again, you're up by one. It's the seventh or eighth inning. Your seventh or eighth inning guy, or maybe you want to extend your closer 8 9 outs, 8 outs. He's tired, but you want to win the game. Ends up throwing his arm out. I don't know.
You can.
Pitchers I'm worried about. Position players, not so much.
Yeah.
Although this 3 weeks of spring training,
Believe me, the universal
not a lot of
TH
time.
is gonna reduce a lot of injuries to pitchers.
That should, but not a lot of time though, to get back into game shape. Although presumably everyone's been hitting off tees in their backyards wherever they are, hitting off a net, maybe bought a pitching machine. They've been running conditioning. I don't know. Hopefully, they're ready to play in 3 weeks. But
Yeah, up to God, David.
injuries are gonna happen though.
Yeah, it's part of the game.
Yeah. So, I don't know. This is going to be very, very interesting to say the least. If you're looking toward Vegas, they have reopened the sports books.
Yep, the New York Yankees
They are
and Los
favored.
Angeles Dodgers
They are favored as well.
are 7-2 favorites, so
They are.
nearly 1-3.
Yes. And the Astros are 11-1.
Yeah,
so
it looks like they've been living under a rock.
yeah, for sure.
I mean, the
So,
Astros are still a damn
they're a great team.
good, yeah.
Cheaters or not, man. Cheaters. Oh, did they unseal that document?
I don't know.
We never didn't hear anything, so I guess
it made a good rant. Okay.
it did last week. Yes.
It just made.
I didn't hear anything though.
My content's been running dry. I had to. I'm gonna be blunt. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
I didn't really. I was kind of not certain about it, but
Yeah.
it
was a great rant.
Hey, I needed a little bit of content. Need someone to test out Canva.
It was a great
I
rant.
needed to test out Canva for
Yeah.
thumbnails. If you look on the Camera Woolley Show YouTube channel,
Yes,
you
can
will
see
find
some Canva magic.
thumbnails.
Wow.
Whoa.
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 So also it says here this is 60 games in 66 days. So there will be some rest days.
Yeah, there will be a
6
there will
days
be a
of
few
6
off
off
days,
days.
yeah.
6 off days. So that's what the players will have to look forward to. Again, no All-Star break, and
Mhm.
yeah, and I guess we'll have weekly, daily breakdowns soon. So
Oh yeah, I'll be able.
and
to
I don't
do
know how
it.
they're gonna go.
We gotta start picking out awards for Cameron Woolley Show
Yankees-
Player of the Week.
Oh man, yeah, you're right.
Yankee
The
Player of the Week.
Yankees
You know what?
Yankees go 2-5 one week or 3-4. It's not good.
Oh yeah.
not good.
Whoa.
Anything less than winning,
I'm
It's
gonna come in.
unacceptable.
If I come in after the Yankees have a shit week, you will see a literal fuse trailing on the ground that leads up to my head.
Right.
And when I sit down in this chair and you start recording, I will. That lights the fuse,
Well,
and
that's what
I
that's
and
that's
I explode.
that's why we've signed you to that 5-year, $250 million deal, my friend. Is because we want to hear the fire on this.
Yeah,
That's
9 year,
why.
200
That's why.
million.
That's what we're here for. That's what we're
200
here
mil.
for. So,
9 year, $200 million contract.
yes. So I'm trying to see if anything else. If there's anything of note. Oh, here I didn't see this one. Fights are strictly prohibited. No fighting.
That's not gonna
No
stop.
fighting.
That ain't gonna stop shit.
Yeah.
Fighting probably isn't allowed anyway. People are still gonna do it.
Right. I do have more here. Players will receive temperature symptom checks twice per day. Let's see. Social distancing. Non-player personnel must wear masks. No pregame exchange of lineup cards.
Wow.
That's not going to affect
what
anything.
No, dude, but that's you're messing with the
A
tradition.
ball will be
man.
thrown out once it's been touched by multiple players.
Yeah, but I knew about that.
Sure.
I knew about.
It's a waste
some
of a
the...
baseball, man. I love.
Yeah, what the hell, dude?
It's a waste of a baseball.
you
Can you just wipe it down with
Yeah, can you just
like get
take
some Lysol wipes?
Yeah, take some Lysol.
Put
I
some
don't
more
know,
of that
man.
Lena Blackburn's mud on it. That'll kill
Yeah.
anything,
Yeah,
right?
get the mud on it.
Right. Just put some mud on it. Yeah.
Put some dirt on it.
Yes.
I'll do it.
Let's see. I guess there was a new rule for 2020 I didn't hear about it. Position players can only pitch if the game was in extra innings, or if the team was ahead or trailing by more than 6 runs.
I mean,
But no requirement for this season.
That kind of makes sense.
I guess.
I mean, that's not gonna affect a lot.
And they are going to institute, Cameron Woolley, the 3-batter minimum rule for this year, which
Pitchers Union.
we've argued against.
Pitchers Union. We need the Pitchers Union.
Right. Yeah.
Telling you, man, I'm a Yankee fan. I don't see a lot of.
I forgot about the 3-batter minimum.
Like, I'm a Yankee fan. This doesn't affect me a lot. The teams aren't
Sure.
really built around starting pitching.
Right.
Or any pitching, as a matter of fact. I mean, they kind of are built somewhat on their bullpen.
Right.
Like, we kind of have 4 closers.
But weren't fights strictly prohibited anyways?
Like, dude, yes, probably. That's not going to stop
Were
anything.
fights
Aroldis Chapman will probably, like, when Chapman and faces Altuve sometime in the playoffs, he's going to, you know what, he's not even going to throw the ball at him. He's just going to walk up to him and, like, just clothesline him. He's going to give him a good left hand, like, poof. And you gotta think that a good left hand from Aroldis Chapman has gotta hurt.
Sure. I would think so.
Yeah, man, that's. And then he takes the mound, and throws and nails him 110 to the rib cage.
I would think so.
Because 110 to that'll snap it clean off.
Yeah, for sure.
You
So,
know.
yeah, I think we hit pretty much everything. I believe that's everything I had on my list here
Not a
about a
lot to
60-game
cover.
season.
That's not a lot to cover.
I am excited. I mean, we said this months ago. They probably should have done this months ago.
Yes, absolutely.
Better late than never. 60 games is
Oh, God.
less than the 81 that I said would make an acceptable season, but
Anything's acceptable season. That's right.
yeah. And so good luck to all the teams, all the players returning. Hopefully they'll be ready in 3 weeks. We'll get some good baseball.
Yeah. I'm telling you, I wanted to mention this. This is a
Okay.
big pivot, but no movie I finally got around to
Which
watching
one?
last night. Clerks.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that's Kevin Smith's first movie.
Yeah, it's a lot of bad language in that movie.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Well, you're in Jersey. You
I'm
hear it all the
16.
time.
Yeah, I'm in Jersey. We get pissed off all the time.
Yeah, and what'd you think?
That dude was great.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
I podcasted with the guy who looks for the perfect 12. Perfect 12 Eggs.
You did.
Yeah, Walt
Flanagan.
Yeah, Walt was in it.
Played 6 roles in that movie.
Wow, really?
Because they didn't have anyone else to do it. So put a wig on him, put some glasses, a suit, change it up. 6 roles.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty.
It's a very weird movie.
What made you watch Clerks?
I don't know. My dad just. I don't know. He was like.
He's like, son, you're old enough to.
Man, you ever watch Clerks, man?
Oh, really?
Like you of all people.
Right. He's not wrong.
Like you of all people haven't watched Clerks.
I
podcast with you.
Sure.
And like you probably.
Sure. It's a requirement though if you live in New Jersey to watch Clerks.
Oh yeah, you watch Clerks.
It's the quintessential Jersey movie, my friend.
Yeah, it takes place in Monmouth County.
It does. It does. Leonardo, New Jersey. Everybody.
Monmouth County convenience store.
Absolutely. That's all there is to it. So that's yeah. Now you can go and visit the location, Clerks. A lot of the locations are within driving distance.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, like you're living Clerks right now.
Oh yeah.
Clerks more or less built this studio in a weird way. So,
oh yeah, I mean Kevin Smith.
Yeah, podcasting.
And that kind of segued. Like Kevin Smith did Clerks, became big.
Yes.
Ended up doing Comic Book Men.
Yes.
Ended up going on Comic Book Men.
Right.
You kind of. Then you ended up, getting enough to
podcast, build a studio. Yeah, man.
Build a studio. Yeah. Clerks is the reason why I'm podcasting
Clerks
today.
Inspired a lot of things.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So that's cool, man.
Didn't Kevin Smith sell his entire comic book collection?
He did.
Yeah.
Sold it for most of it went towards store credit, but he was able to sell that store credit for cash.
Oh wow.
Which helped him make the move, raise $27,000 to make that.
Wow,
movie.
that was only a $27,000 movie.
$27,575 was the official budget. Yeah, and you can tell it's grainy black and white, shot in one location. Nobody got paid. The all the food came from the convenience store. Yeah, yeah, but it worked out for him. So worked out for him, for sure. So that's cool, man. All right, it's a very quotable movie too.
Yeah.
And they talk about Star Wars for a good 10 minutes in that movie, which is when I first...
I mean, it's kind of an interesting argument. Yeah, you gotta think the independent contractors. They were
just trying to make money. They
were
just trying to make money.
They didn't have any politics. They just went to where the government was. And
right.
But on the other hand,
Yes.
it was like, hey, they had autonomy to do whatever they wanted.
Sure, you knew the risks involved.
Yeah, you knew the risks.
Sure.
The last one got blown up.
Right.
You know they're gonna blow this one up.
Right.
There's a rebel base on Endor. Han Solo, Princess Leia.
There's a rebellion. There's a war going. There's a
Chewbacca.
Intergalactic civil war going on. You know.
Yeah, like you know the risks.
Yep.
You know the risk. No, you were gonna get blown up.
Yeah.
Also, why the hell did they put the Death Star above a rebel base while it was still under construction?
Well, they have the
Why
shield.
did
They
they
have
do
the
that?
shield generator there. So
Shield generator,
the shield
dude,
generator.
they're
was
rebels. You gotta
the
learn.
shield.
You gotta think you'll learn from last time. The rebels, they can take care of shield generators.
Sure.
You know, they can shoot through that. You got the Millennium Falcon.
Right. Which ultimately brought down the Death Star with Wedge's help, with Wedge Antilles' help. But yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even there was no golf ball sized chain reaction.
Yeah. I did you see this video of the Dallas Cowboys' haha Clinton Dix
Oh God.
encountering 2 bears?
The hell?
This let me see if I can pull this up for you. It's pretty funny.
You can take the man out of the Packers, but you can't take the Packers out of the man.
Right. Although I think he's playing for the Bears now, right?
No, he's playing for the
Cowboys.
Cowboys.
The Cowboys, but he
Dallas Cowboys safety. Haha, Clinton Dix.
he did play for the Bears. Let's see if this thing loads up.
Bears.
It's pretty funny. If this doesn't work,
It's funny. The Packers got Adrian Amos, and the Bears got haha Clinton Dix. It's a trade.
Yes.
And honestly, haha Clinton Dix is probably the Bears safety. Isn't he kind of is the Bears safety? Yeah, I can't wait until the Cowboys end up going 8-8 again. Because
Which is it's gonna happen.
come on, man. It's like
It's gonna happen.
That's
So let's see if I can
hell.
pull up this video here for you. which all right, here we go. So you're watching the video. There are two bears. It looks like some kind of alleyway or something. I don't know where
It
this
was his
is.
driveway.
This
Oh, that's a nice house. Oh.
I guess this is some kind of
There's
driveway.
a
I
bear
see
and
there.
a cub.
It's
Yeah,
a bear
yeah.
and a cub. They're just chilling out,
They're just chilling out, and
and
then
trying to figure out. I guess this
the-
is his place, and he rides a scooter. He's like, whoa, crap!
da
And he
bears.
little endo over there, little flip turn, and it's pretty funny. It's pretty hilarious. So
Da
and to his
bears.
excuse, you're just minding your own business. You're riding your scooter
Yeah,
down,
you're riding your scooter around
right?
your
You're riding
house,
your
and
razor scooter down the
You
driveway.
got nothing
Right.
better to do. And
Right.
You ride
Oh,
like,
oh.
whoa!
He said that in his defense, he didn't know how many there were. You see two bears, you don't know if there's a whole pack or something. So, well, I'm glad he didn't get mauled.
Yeah, that's
Glad he didn't get seriously injured. So that's there's any other news? Any other news we care about?
I don't really.
All right, baseball.
Baseball, finally.
It's gonna be weird.
Let there be baseball.
It's gonna be weird watching no fans in the stands.
Yeah, it's baseball.
You're gonna hear everything, every curse word, every. Oh, is arguing with the umpire? Is that allowed? I didn't see anything that said you can't
Probably
do that.
not.
But they get spitting mad, right? You get like, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's caught on
Or-
hot mics anyway.
Or okay, you can argue with the ump, but you have to wear a mask.
Okay, first of all, nobody's yelling with a mask on. They're gonna
Sure.
take the mask off,
Right,
Because it's like read my lips,
right.
And then the umpire's like, sorry, sir, you have to wear a mask, or else I'm gonna throw you out of the game. And then the manager's like, you're throwing me out of the game anyway,
Right.
because the umps are
God, it's
soft.
gonna be weird. You know what's gonna happen. It happens every.
Like it's gonna happen.
Yeah. What's the rules? Do you have to stand 6 feet apart while you argue with the umpire?
First of all, that's not how it works. You gotta stand in his face. You gotta spit on him.
Right. You have to stand, like 3 baseball bat lengths apart. Is that's
3 baseball bat lengths apart. Jesus Christ, dude! Just
wait? What's a
just
bat?
let the manager.
Yeah, bat is about
yell.
33 inches. So
Yeah, 2 baseball bats apart.
2 baseball bats apart,
Yeah,
and then you can argue. Yeah.
and that is something that nobody's gonna follow.
Right.
Just like the majority of
Some-
traffic laws in New Jersey,
So many questions. though,
nobody's
man.
gonna follow them.
So many questions that can only be answered once we start playing.
Yeah,
Can't wait. Well, by this time next week,
spring training will be.
right? Are they? I guess they'll be training. I imagine there won't be any spring training games.
Yeah, there's probably not gonna be any spring training games. They've already done a good bit of spring training games.
Yeah, they were pretty far in. They were into
Yeah,
March, so it was.
Yeah, they were.
They were
yeah, it's
very
just
actually
spring
pretty
tra-
far in.
yeah.
So
It-
this
I
is all
think it's-
conditioning.
I think
then.
it's just gonna be a bunch of batters getting up to speed
Sure.
with live pitching.
get their timing, and then
And you know, with the Yankees, they're gonna have Garrett Cole throwing triple digits and sliders at them.
right.
They'll be ready.
Okay.
They'll be ready.
All right. You heard it here, ladies and gentlemen.
They will be ready.
I think the Yankees have been ready. I think. Well, you don't make predictions, but
I don't
think
make
they're gonna-
predictions.
they're going to do quite
I
well.
Do not
And,
want
well,
to make predictions.
I think what it boils down to is, going in, you have 60 games to make it count. So you're going to play hard.
Yeah, it's a playoff race.
It's basically a playoff schedule.
Yeah, it's
More or
a
less.
playoff schedule.
Every
Yeah,
game.
Exactly.
So in a way, this could be kind of good.
Yeah, it's
In
gonna
a way.
gonna be great.
In a way,
It's baseball.
unless for whatever reason,
It's my great escape from the Devils and Giants.
for some reason, if the Orioles go
And
40,
the only reason that this isn't filled with bourbon. Okay, well, I am kind of 16, so.
right? Yes, you got another 5 years, my friend.
Got another 5 years.
But yeah,
please.
I think what if the Orioles go like 42 and 18, and then I think we're gonna hear it. But we're gonna hear it. But hey, you never know. This is why you play the
I
game.
have this one friend who's a Rays fan,
Yes.
and for no reason hates the Kansas City Royals. He hates them.
Interesting.
I want them to make the playoffs and beat the Rays in like the wild card game.
Interesting.
I want that to happen so badly.
Yeah.
because it's a 60-game schedule.
I-
You know,
Oh yeah, that could
it
very
could happen too. I want
That could
I
very
want the
well-
Royals. I want the Royals to eliminate the Rays in the playoffs, just so my friend can absolutely lose it.
that could very well
And then
happen.
he will, and he's a conspiracy theorist.
Yeah.
Conspiracy theorist, so he'll say it's rigged.
Right.
You know, he's the same guy that says Eugene Melnick is the cause of the coronavirus. So
I believe that was a Chinese bet, but who knows? But who knows? Right on. All right, you got
no, Eugene, no.
Eugene, no.
His explanation is Eugene Melnick is the guy who did bio tests on the Chinese bat
Ah, okay.
and then sent it into that market.
Right.
And then
Interesting theory.
the one sorry bastard ate it, and then
That was it. Spread it.
the rest is history.
Spread it all around. All right, right on.
The rest is history.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I'd love to have him on the show once. He is just an absolute riot. You know Hollow, right? That's his name, Hollow.
Hollow.
Yeah, Hollow is he is a character. He's a Giants fan as well.
I see.
He has a conspiracy theory about Chase Young being
Chase Young.
he has a conspiracy theory that Chase Young purposely ruined the Giants tank because remember that like week when he said he was staying at OSU?
Right.
And then he just did it to ruin the Giants tank so he could be on the Redskins.
Right. It's interesting theory.
Yep.
Interesting conspiracy theory.
Yep. No, that's his words, not mine.
Right. I know. No. Though again, we're quoting somebody else. Anything? You got
Yes.
anything else?
Baseball. Nope.
All right.
I've got nothing.
All right.
From Ming Chen in the Shared Universe Podcast Studio, I'm Cameron Woolley. Play ball. Stay classy, New Jersey.